welcome back to Breakfast. Time for Your Money. The Asian crisis has affected a lot of people. Some suffered downsizing, others experienced retrenchments. Basically, everyone had to tighten their belts. But the best way to fight the financial crisis is to expand your income. It might be time to shift gears and look into the food industry to fatten your bank account. It's an enterprise that weathers the changing economy. Today, we have with us Romel Juan and Eileen Anastasia of Binalot Fiesta Fast Foods to tell us how they started a successful business. Good morning, Romel and Eileen.
Good morning.
Welcome to Breakfast. Okay, tell us more about Binalot.
Well, Binalot, we're basically a fast food delivery and takeout service. And what we offer are packed meals wrapped in banana leaves. So it's a complete meal in itself with the rice, with the entree, and with sidings. It's either kamatis and itlog na maalat or achara.
Pinoy na Pinoy. What made you decide to go into this type of a business?
Well, we had a good idea. It is a good concept, and we figured out that it's gonna make big, so we went into it.
Alright, was this an idea that you had for a long time before you eventually implemented it?
Well, it already existed before. They usually do it in the provinces, so we just thought of doing it more in a delivery type.
It's an age-old Pinoy practice to wrap your food in banana leaves and balot and bring out.
Okay, why the food industry of all the other businesses that you guys could have entered into?
Food is a basic necessity, so we figured out that it was gonna make big, and I had a culinary background, and they were interested in investing on it, and we had good ideas on how to market the product.
Because I don't know how to cook.
Yeah.
So we had to invite
Yeah. So that's how we started.
All right. When you started this, you needed a lot of capital, did you?
Not really.
Not really.
Actually, when we started, when we pursued the idea, we initially invested 10,000 each, and we were 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
And
this was how many years back?
2.5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and we just started in my kitchen because I have a kitchen that I did pastries and stuff. So we did the cooking there, and then they'd call their friends in Makati to say, hey, we have a new product.
Yeah, we'd pre-sell it like the night before. My brother and I would call our friends.
We have a quota.
And we had a quota, and you know, if we couldn't sell the quota, we had to buy the food ourselves. So like every day we'd eat it because you know there'd be leftovers from the meals we couldn't sell.
So you know friends, binalot na.
Yeah, when I called, they're like, oh my God, I tried that already, can you? But eventually when the market accepted it, that's when we decided to expand. So in the first year we opened 3 stalls, takeout counters and delivery, and now we have 5.
5 stores already, all in the Metro Manila area?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hear that your business is very successful. What do you think gives it the edge?
We have a very unique concept. I guess that's the basic thing about it. And we do our marketing well. We have really nice flyers here of Romel. First, when we started it, we had this introductory flyer and explaining to the people how to eat the food, and we had like caricatures on how to eat it.
Yeah, because
in
there's
English and Tagalog translation.
When you lift the banana leaves, there's salt under, so
and
you can.
people weren't aware of it, so what we did was we explained it in the flyer.
So there's a ritual that goes with it.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so when you started this, did you get a lot of support from family and friends?
Yeah.
We
They were the ones who ate.
Yeah, initially all our first customers were all relatives.
Yeah, and we had this, like when we did the market study, we had like questionnaires and like how do you find the price, how do you find the food, and things like that.
I'm sure it wasn't all smooth sailing for the business. So what were the problems? Share with us some of the problems that you encountered.
Initially, it was hiring. We didn't know how to find the right people.
Yeah.
So we put out an ad in the newspaper, and you know, we didn't have experience in interviewing.
Yeah, so we did a lot of time of training them and everything.
Telling them how to serve the food and
how to prepare everything, and how to deliver the food, get the food there on time, things like that.
aside from the hiring, did you have other problems?
And yeah, well, when the demand got bigger, we needed to invest more money, so we had problems with capital. So you know, we had to take out, we had to get loans. I got loans from my parents, and basically, we needed to infuse more capital in the business.
Did it ever come to a point that there was competition that was sort of copying your idea and you had to fight back in a certain way?
Yeah. We were at this momentum. It was really going so fast, and a lot of people were interested in that concept as well. But I guess the basic thing that we did was we tried to be original, and we did our marketing really well. So I guess it was a good.
It was funny because in the start, when we heard of competitors popping up, we were mad at first, but you know, as we went along, we were like flattered that they were getting into the same concept. So I guess we were doing something right.
And a good idea doesn't stay a secret for long. Everyone wants to get that idea. So for people out there who are interested in getting into the business, could you give us some tips on how we can start in the food industry?
Okay, tips. I guess you have to. You start small. Okay, don't be
like how you started, 10,000.
Yeah, 10,000 each. Don't be too ambitious. You know.
And I guess you have to study the market really well. I guess you do it like little by little. You do product development and see if the customers are going to buy it, if they like the taste and the flavor, especially if you're going to get into food. Because I think people now are very critical about the taste and they want value for their money. So I really
because like us, we really spent time with the surveys and everything. It came with every Binalot meal. So we'd collect them and we'd study what the people really wanted.
But in your initial study of the market, did you also have like focus group discussions? What kind of strategy did you use to find out what people really wanted? In terms of taste.
Yeah, basically we had schedules on how to do it, and then it's amazing because people who buy our products like often and on a regular basis, they could tell if the flavor is changing or like the longanisa is becoming smaller or something. So we have to talk to our suppliers and like especially even with the rice, right? Because every time you order the rice, it's going to be in a different quality. Yeah. So we try to look into that.
And another thing is, you have to focus on your concept. If you have a good concept, you stick with it. You don't try to offer everything to everybody.
That's what we
You don't get too excited or greedy that you want to get into everything.
You just have to stick to one thing and like focus on that.
So you study the market, you start small, and you focus on your concept.
Yes.
What do you think is the most ingredient to a successful food business? Unless, of course, you don't want to share that secret.
Well, I guess you have to know your market. You have to know what your market wants, so that you can decide on the pricing and how to package it and all those things.
And be original.
Yeah.
And in your particular case, it really worked, being original. All right, for those who want to get into the food industry, do you have some inspiring words for them?
Well, if you have a good idea, go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
All right. Romel, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
That was Romel Juan and Eileen Anastasia of Binalot Fiesta Fast Food. If you have any money and business issues that you would like us to feature, please let us know. Write to us at SNN Breakfast, care of the Saudi Manok News Network, ABS-CBN Compound, number 41 Scout Borromeo Street, Diliman, Quezon City. Our fax number is 412-1783. You can also email us at snnbreakfast@skyinet.net. We'll have another weather and traffic update and